Hey guys, it's me, Connor Nielsen of CS Reviews, and you know what I really love? A good movie. Okay, it's been a really long time since our last video. I really apologize. I've been filming a lot of reviews and updates, but I've never really put them up on YouTube lately. It's kind of strange. Quick little update. I took up Cinema Connection 1's challenge to go find a better case for a movie, better than It's a Wonderful Life, the one with the bell. And personally, I think this is a cooler case. I mean, it's the Inception briefcase. I mean, if you can't look me in the eye and tell me that's not awesome, check your pulse, man. And that's just awesome. But yeah, I made an unboxing video that I never posted up on YouTube. I'll probably put that up later. But anyways, this video I am going to review all the movies that I saw in 2010. I didn't watch a whole lot of movies released in 2010, but I saw a whole lot of movies in 2010. For example, 2010 was the first time I saw Shawshank Redemption, Jaws, Psycho, and Vertigo, and a lot of others too. But I mean, I had never really been into movies since before 2010. I was really into music, and I'm still really into music. But this is like the first time the first time I saw Jaws, what? The first time I saw Shawshank, what? Yeah. Oh, and also the first time I saw Alien and Aliens. But we already reviewed those in Sci-Fi Week. But yeah, Sci-Fi Week, that was our last podcasts. That was before Halloween. This is February. What? I know, but I did see some movies in 2010, so this video is to tell you all the movies I saw in 2010, and I only saw 9, and the last one I saw was last night, so I'll get into all this. Alright, the first movie I saw in 2010 was Alice in Wonderland, directed by Tim Burton, starring Mia Wasikowska and Johnny Depp. I hated it so much. It was so forgettable, and it was just a very unpleasant movie to watch. I know it was either a love or hate. I despised this movie. I gave it 3 out of 10, or 1.5 stars out of 5. That's for me. I gave Battlefield Earth 1 star, just to put you how bad Alice in Wonderland is. I gave Alice in Wonderland 1.5 stars. I really didn't like it. I thought Johnny Depp was just doing his stupid Jack Sparrow, and they're making a 4th, 5th, and 6th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. What the heck? But anyways, every time they tell Johnny Depp, hey, you're going to be in a movie that the age demographic is 8 to 12 years old, he puts on Jack Sparrow, but with different costumes. And everyone go, I'm really done with Jack Sparrow. Whether it be Willy Wonka, it's still Jack Sparrow. Whether it be the Mad Hatter, it's still Jack Sparrow, just with different accents. And but yeah, and I think the Jack Sparrow character itself, whether it's not Willy Wonka or Mad Hatter, it's just Jack Sparrow. I think it is getting really old, and they need to develop his character, like, severely. And I tell people this, and they say, well, Jack Sparrow's not supposed to develop, he's supposed to stay the same. Well, then you just told me that he doesn't need to be a good character. And every good character needs to develop. Anyways, everyone saw Alice in Wonderland. I don't need to go into details, but either you loved it or hated it. I hated it. Okay, and the only thing I really remember from going to watch Alice in Wonderland was seeing the preview for the next movie that I saw, which was Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 was my first review, and it was a really bad review, because, I mean, it was my first review. Usually, for me, there was more of a learning curve. I learned that not to ramble on, but I still sort of ramble on. Anyways, yeah, Toy Story 3, you can go watch my really horrible review, or you can watch it right here. Everyone saw Toy Story 3. I don't need to go into plot summary or anything, but I really liked it. In fact, for Christmas, we got this.
Toy
Yeah, we actually got a Blu-ray player for Christmas and an HD TV, which is pretty cool. And we also got a Blu-ray player, so it's really nice to watch Inception, Toy Story 3, and Up on Blu-ray. Now, Toy Story 3. Everyone cried during the end except for me. I know. The reason I didn't cry was I was holding it back. I was holding some tears back, trust me. I was definitely very moved by it, and I thought the ending was perfect. Especially that last shot when it faded into the credits. But I saw the ending. I knew that the ending was going to be extremely emotional and everything like that. But so I saw it coming because I knew this was definitely going to be the last Toy Story movie. And so I did hold, but the really heartwarming ending was a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be, so I was really holding something back. I don't think it was as good as Up. Up is my all-time favorite animated movie, and it's the only movie to make me cry. And I saw It's a Wonderful Life, and I saw the first half of Field of Dreams. So, Cinema Connection 1, if you're talking this, I haven't seen, if you're watching this, then I didn't cry during It's a Wonderful Life, because I've seen the parody so much that I kind of knew what was going to happen before I even watched it. I knew what the ending was without even knowing it. And I mean, that just goes to show you that, you know, both me and your favorite movie has been, like, destroyed by pop culture. I mean, Citizen Kane has been destroyed by pop culture because everybody knows how it ends. I hate pop culture. Okay. And Toy Story 3, it was a great movie. I give it a 9 out of 10, 4.5 stars out of 5. That's really good in my book, because usually I am pretty hard. I don't try to be hard, but I guess looking at my reviews, I'm sort of hard on movies. But yeah, I really love Toy Story 3, and I loved it a lot. The next movie I saw was Inception. I really loved Inception. I gave it a perfect score. Now, Inception, it is my second favorite movie. I mean, I know it's kind of too... it hasn't aged enough for a lot of people to put it in their favorite movies, but every time I tried moving it down on the list, I just remember how much I liked it more than a lot of other movies, and I just kind of forced to put it back up there. I thought the ending was great. I mean, not just the what ending. I mean, the ending where, well, before the what ending, everyone who saw this knows what I'm talking about. I thought that was great, especially with the music. I think Christopher Nolan is my favorite director. Personally, I think he's my favorite director. His career is not over, so I can't classify him as the greatest director. I think the greatest director is definitely Hitchcock. Hitchcock was a very focused and disciplined director. I can definitely honestly say that he's the greatest director in my opinion. Spencer and I argue who's greater, Hitchcock or Kubrick, but I think we're both content on Nolan being our favorite. I think Kubrick was more diverse in genres and was more ambitious for going through all those different corners of movies, but I thought Hitchcock was more disciplined and focused. Alright, so yeah, Inception, I loved it so much. You can watch my review of it. It was my second review. Again, it was a bad movie review because it was only my second, but I mean, I got Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's name wrong in that review, just to put you how bad that review was, but oh well, I loved the movie either way. The next movie I saw, I didn't post a review for it. It was Megamind. And the only reason I even went to go see Megamind was because Dustin of Countdown, Mr. Google, Dustin of Countdown Gods, said it was fantastic and he loved it, and I said I would go see it, and I was a little hesitant at first, and then LaserDude99 says it was a really enjoyable animated movie, and so I said fine, I'm going. So I went to go see Megamind in 3D with my little brother. I actually liked it a whole lot more than I thought I would. I mean, I can definitely tell that it was the same caliber as Monsters vs. Aliens, a movie in which I hated. But this came out, and it might be because I'm a comic book nerd at heart, or I don't know, because I got all the jokes, but I didn't love it. I really enjoyed Megamind. And I thought Will Ferrell and all the voice actors did a really good job, and I love the action sequences. Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10, yeah, 7 out of 10. Very enjoyable film. I liked it a lot. After that, I saw Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. At first I don't like Michael Cera. I know I'm sounding like the cliche, but I don't like Michael Cera that much. And for the same reasons you keep hearing everyone say, I just don't like him. But then when Scott Pilgrim vs. the World came out, I wasn't the first. I didn't even see it in theaters, and my friend Scott and my friend Nathan, they said, watch it, it's great. I watched it, and I fell in love with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I mean, I loved the ending where there's just like 2-player mode. And I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer. I mean, granted, I play Nintendo 64 maybe every once in a while, but I'm not a gamer. I'm more of a music lover and a movie lover, and I just love music and movies. Good music and movies. But I also like comic books a lot. I used to read comic books a lot, and just watching, like, the blend between comic and video game was amazing. Edgar Wright directed this. I never saw Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. Never saw it, but I thought that Scott Pilgrim was very, very good. I gave it a 9 out of 10, which I don't hand those out very often. I really liked Scott Pilgrim a lot. And yeah, going against the 7 Evil X's, which I find hysterical because my friend Nathan looks like the second Evil X, especially when he sort of grew out his facial hair. I was like, wow, you look like Lucas Lee, or Wolverine if you kind of spiked your hair up on the sides. But yeah, I like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World a lot. I never reviewed this movie, but because it was too late to kind of put out a review, but I really, really liked it. The next movie I saw was Unstoppable with Denzel Washington and Chris Pine. The only Chris Pine movie I saw before Unstoppable was Star Trek, and Star Trek, surprisingly, like, I really like Star Trek a lot. And so I saw Unstoppable kind of hesitant, but then I heard that it was a very good popcorn feature, and I went, because, I mean, I heard Transformers 2 was going to be a fantastic popcorn movie, and I hated Transformers 2. I remember just sitting there in the movie theater with my cousin and my brother, just sitting there, and we were just exhausted by the hour-and-a-half mark. We were like pretending to like it, but we didn't like it. And then, there's like, the only thing I can remember from the ending battle is where a guy goes, the African-American guy turns to the camera, and it's like, of course it's a Michael Bay film, so the camera's like this, and he says something, and his teeth are really white. I'm like, hey, his teeth are really white. But anyway, that's all I can really remember from Transformers 2, but Unstoppable surprised me a lot. I really enjoyed Unstoppable. I loved the stunts, even though they were completely ludicrous, but the way in the atmosphere, you could believe the stunts. And I gave it an 8 out of 10, or 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really liked Unstoppable. And then after Unstoppable, like 2 days after I saw Unstoppable, I went to go see Despicable Me. This, in my opinion, was the most overrated movie of the year. I think that Steve Carell did a fantastic job at his voice acting. I thought he was fantastic as Gru. It's everything else I had a problem with. I thought Vector was annoying. Really, really annoying. And I know he's supposed to be like bathroom humor, kind of for kids, but this is a kids movie. Especially more for little kids. I thought that it wasn't as funny or as heartwarming as it wanted to be, but it was funny at times, and it was pretty heartwarming at the book reading scenes. You know what I'm talking about when I say book reading scenes. But yeah, I gave it a maybe 6 out of 10. Yeah. I thought the animation was really good, and there were some pretty funny parts. Definitely for the younger audiences, if you're a babysitter, probably put that on. And then I think the last movie I saw this year was released last, was the one getting all the critical and audience Academy Award buzz, and that was The King's Speech. I saw that last night, and frankly, I thought it was amazing. I really, really loved The King's Speech. I'll give it a 9 out of 10, and I saw it last night, and I thought Colin Firth was fantastic. I thought that Geoffrey Rush deserves Best Supporting Actor. Geoffrey Rush was fantastic. I thought that Helena Bonham Carter was great. I thought that David Hooper did a pretty good job at directing. I still am really upset at the fact that Nolan didn't get nominated, which is just mind-boggling to me, but I am angry at the Academy. I'm always angry at the Academy, but all the same, I did see quite a bit of movies I did not see hardly any movies this year. I'm gonna go see more. The way me and Spencer are gonna do reviews from here on out is gonna be every month. We're gonna go to the movies and watch all the movies released in January, and watch all the movies that we were able to watch. And that's the way we're going to be doing it from now on. But yeah, there's 3 movies that I still need to see from 2010. For example, The Social Network. For example, Tron Legacy and True Grit. Everyone says I need to see Tron Legacy. I never saw the first one, so I can't watch the sequel without watching the first one. I've heard one of my friends says it's one of his all-time favorites, and another one said it was really terrible. But I'm gonna watch the first one first. Yeah. Those are all the movies I saw this past year, and hope to see more movies this next year. Hope to have a top 10 list at least. Yeah. I did not want to go watch The Last Airbender. I did not want to go watch Grown Ups. I wanted to go see Alice in Wonderland, and it was horrible. There's something keeping Alice in Wonderland out of my 10 worst, or at least 15 worst, and that's this. It was a Christmas present. I didn't buy this movie. Trust me. But anyways, yeah, those are all the movies I saw in 2010. There was like hardly any, so I just kind of summed it all up in one 19-minute video. Anyways, this is Connor Nielsen of CS Reviews, out.